Guys, this is an idea I got from reading mail from the city. So when you turn on your hot water at your kitchen sink, it often isn't hot immediately. You run it and it's cold at first and then it gets hot. And the city advised that you keep a pot and catch that cold water, um, and then you can dump that cold water out in your yard. That is, when you're running it, you want the hot water, but that way you don't waste the cold water. It doesn't go down the sink. I've been doing that. Um, this is my pot, and I keep it near the sink. When it gets full, I go dump it on different plants. So far, it's worked out pretty good. Um, and I've been also keeping scraps. Oh, those are pieces of apple, I think, that I cut. Anything that can serve as a kind of compost, I dump with the water. There's some plum seeds in there, and that's kind of convenient too, to have the pot sitting there and just toss in those scraps. Um, I oh 6 years, 7 years ago, I took it was a 2-hour class that the city gave on how to compost, and I went to one of the city facilities, and it was good. They told you, I didn't know too much about composting. They gave us a very official method. My take, and that would be fine to go that way. I just basically just keep this stuff and just dump it here and there out in the backyard. But if you wanted to do it, our backyard happens to be fairly large, and at the back of it there's a slope with a lot of low growing plants, so I can kind of dump these scraps in there, and they kind of get hidden in the plants and kind of hidden from our view. For a different kind of yard, I don't know how you do compost. That's beyond the scope of what I'm telling you here. If it intrigues you, you might study about it, or maybe your city has a class, or maybe it is as simple as just dumping it somewhere in the yard. In my case, I just let it decay wherever it dumps, and leave it there and let it feed the ground. But some people, and I've scattered it, but some people, I think, dump it all in one place, and then as it decays, they maybe spread it around. It's something you might have to learn about if you're interested, but it's worked out pretty well. It feels nice not to waste that water and not to waste those scraps. I had always been actually tossing the scraps out ever since I took the compost class, but putting them out in the yard. But I didn't use this water idea till recently, and it's kind of nice to get them both in the same pot. It's convenient. So see if that all works, any or all of that works for you. You might like the water idea, but not the scraps idea, or vice versa, perhaps. Although if I kept the scraps without the water, I could do that. This way I'm forced to dump it pretty often because the water accumulates pretty quickly. If I just kept scraps, I wouldn't want to keep them I wouldn't keep them till they filled that pot, I don't think, because they'd rot sooner. Anyway, if you like any of this, comment, subscribe, rate, and if I forgot anything, I'll write it in the description under the video, or put another video about it.